what's up? I'm Ben, and this is your Bandbo Digs on Taylor Carson. Taylor is a local Northern Virginia artist, and we had a chance to meet up with him in Arlington, Virginia, talk a little bit about his South by Southwest experience and what he thinks about music marketing and about the bands. So here it is, your Bandbo Digs. I'm out.
I go and do it in passing conversation. The fact that you were leaving town, not the word was thrown in my direction to something that I had to figure out.
All happened. This is where I have sex. I have sex out there too, but not when Bobby's here.
Pray each and every day that you are, you're doing fine. I hope you're fine, fine. I hope that you're doing fine.
So talk about your 2004 South by Southwest experience.
So long ago now. It was run by On Tap, which is a local music publication who has been very supportive of my music since I came to town. So basically we just, it was Scott Harlan and I at the time, who was my bass player, and we went through the rounds and made it to the final round. Once we got there, kind of just did our thing, and we ended up winning the acoustic portion. So we ended up winning and got to go play South by Southwest in Austin, Texas, and it was completely and ridiculously overwhelming. There were so many bands who I realized had it together, and I was just this young kid who was clueless, writing decent songs, but that was the first time I realized there's so much more to your music than just the music. You have to, it's just marketing, image is like 40%. So the experience was amazing. We got to fly there, so I didn't have to drive to Texas, which was nice. I kind of just, we had passes we could walk into any show. So I would go and check out all these bands, and I was jealous. I was blown away by their skills, and I was young, and I went and just grabbed a few beers and enjoyed great music.
Would you say that would be your most memorable band-oriented experience, or best?
No, it was educational. The first time I ever played a show, I opened for a band called Dispatch, who I just went and saw this past week at Madison Square Garden. They sold out 3 shows at MSG, and we got to go backstage and hang out with guys like Stephen Kellogg, who's another singer-songwriter who's amazing. I have a friend who we're kind of working with at this point, and he manages Bradigan from Dispatch, who's the drummer. He also has a great side project that he started, and so I've played with him a few times. That was great. Probably that, singing with Toots and the Maytals, or singing If I Had $1 Million with the lead singer of the Bare Naked Ladies, which was pretty awesome because we were doing the whole call and answer thing where he'd be like, if I had $1 million, and I was like, if I had $1 million. So I got to do the response to that. So probably the Bare Naked Ladies thing, I'd say. But definitely moments on stage, because those are the moments that you don't really remember initially when you get off the stage, but as soon, like a week later, you're like, I cannot believe that happened. It'll wake you from a dead sleep type thing.
And on the other side of that, what would be the most embarrassing or worst experience?
Probably the worst experience would be coming off stage and your band being disappointed in your performance. I had a tough time with this new record where Patrick Thornton and I, my bass player, we went into the studio, and I had written all these songs, but we didn't do much pre-production, so we kind of went in and adjusted the melodies to make them more appealing. And when I was having a tough time doing that on stage, capturing the performance that we had done in studio and bringing it to the people. And so that record kind of made me aware of how important melodies are, but then it was hard for me to do it on stage. But now it's like my focus, where my guitar playing can be so absent-minded and it's just there and I don't need to think about it, and I really focus on my singing. Whereas I used to just sing, and when I play solo shows I mix it up a lot, like a lot of improv and not really having to stay inside the box. But when you're in the band environment, you need to make sure everyone is on the same page and we're following each other. It's basically you're walking hand in hand into a battlefield, but when you're by yourself, it's just like random shots. You can do whatever you want.
Now, with your past experiences with Emergenza or On Tap, these contests, what's your point of view on Battle of the Bands or contests and the merit of those?
I dig it when we win. The South by Southwest thing, probably because we won it. But that was a lot of fun. We got to go, to Texas and experience all that stuff and learn a lot. Whereas the Emergenza thing, there's a fee, and it's based on how many people are raising you make it to the next round based on this. And that is not what, music is not a competition. Music is something that you hold near and dear to your heart, and you should never feel uncomfortable or that you have to prove anything to another musician, whereas they should not feel that towards you. You should go out, share the stage, help your fellow musicians, and help spread the word about their music. Bobby Thompson, Magic Voyagers. Say something to the camera, Robert.
Hola.
Hola. I wanted Bobby to wear a chips and dip hat. He wouldn't do it. I'm just standing back there now. It's not. It's never about. You should, like, Bobby's in another band, but now he's going to be joining our band on the next record. So I think the Emergenza thing is poorly run. I think we were one of the more talented bands, but we couldn't get 100 people to come out to Jam and Java on a $25 ticket to raise their hand for watching us play for 20 minutes. It's more than $1 a minute to watch us play. With all these free shows, I'd rather have someone come out to a show where we're going to have a blast and going to really give them what they deserve, which is free music, because I can't give them anything that they're willing to pay for at this point. No, I'm just kidding. But like the band that ended up winning and going to play 930 Club, Free Lobster Buffet, I think the name of the band was, but two of the band members were teachers. And so they had all their students come out and just raise their hand, and I was like, we're screwed. Like, I don't even care to get on stage, but we got on stage, and you always, no matter what, you put on your cape and be as good a superhero as you can be, but it's a lot tougher in times like that where there's no joy, and it's not a show, it's a contest, and it's not a sport. I'm not trying to win a trophy. I'm just trying to play the songs for people.
Now, what has been your strategy in getting your music out there?
Playing shows. The MySpace thing has helped, but we were kind of getting the name out there before that whole I was aware of the MySpace email list. Make sure you're walking around, even if you're shy. I'm shy at times, but Patrick, my friend and bass player, is just like, take a stack of CDs, take this mailing list. I saw that person dancing or getting into it, and go and make sure. If they don't want to sign it, so be it. Give them a sticker or something. If they're drunk, give them something so that they wake up and they have a sticker and they're like, oh yeah, those guys are pretty cool.